We'll get into the Saginaw Valley League, better known, obviously, as the SVL. Oldest conference in the MHSAA, I believe. I think I wrote that at one point on the website. So there was research somewhere into it at one point. In my intro to the SVL preview, linked in the description below, I said I don't recall a preseason in recent memory where there was such a clear-cut, obvious favorite for Mr. Hockey. And I mean, it would take a lot for someone else this season to get me to change my mind because Ayden Cook has seen it all, done it all, put up insane points, led his team to a state title, named to Dream Team, top forward at Team Michigan, drafted into the NA this past summer, and he's back to do it all again this winter. How lucky are we as high school hockey fans? You get Ayden Cook back, Gavin Winterstein back, Ben Milok back for Forest Hills. All guys that have been drafted, have played, or are capable of playing junior hockey right now. And we're getting them back for one more year. As a fan, that's pretty cool. I like that. Powers would be your runaway favorite if Cook was the only piece that they were getting back from last season's D2 championship team, but he's not. Coach Travis Perry has an embarrassment of riches returning. Cook's right-hand man, Parker Bendall, back. Freshman sensation, Owen Perry, back. Unsung hero of the state championship run, Hunter Clark, back in net. Even the overtime hero with the state championship winning goal, Ethan Haley, is back. And I'm sure they're planning to run it back all the way to Plymouth again this coming March. And as far as the rest of the SVL, I don't know that anything stands in the Chargers' way of a sixth straight league title. But there's still plenty of players and storylines to follow. Just look at Logan Beckwith from Genesee, a do-it-all player for the Generals, former AAA guy. He scored a point in all but one game last season. That is no easy task, especially when opposing teams are just honing in on you, keying in on you and trying to shut you down. He still found ways to produce. 5 points in 2 games against ranked opponents. 3 goals in a 3-2 win over Lakes area, single-handedly outscoring Lakes area there. Goal and an assist in a 4-2 loss to TC West. A hat trick and an assist in a 6-5 win over Midland. A 4-point night and a 4-1 win over Bay City. You know the guy is going. You know he's the guy going into the game, and you still can't stop him as the game unfolds. That's pretty impressive. Teammates Brennan Bernard and Matthew Morgan will look to build upon their roles as well in year 2 with the program. Generals have some nice pieces coming back that just might be enough to kind of separate them from the Bay Cities and the Midland schools of the league. Midland and Dow, I'm a little worried about. Both lost some pretty significant seniors and should be relatively young this season. Not to say they can't still make moves in the SVL because, I think they will. But there's other teams in the league I just have a bit more confidence or optimism in right now. And I'll wrap up with Bay City real quick, too. Also going to be young. Kind of the theme in the SVL this season, I guess. But Wolves may lean heavily on senior defenseman Max Johnston. He could log a ton of minutes on the ice, really be the leader in the locker room off the ice. Might have some AAA guys coming into the fold as well. I saw Carter Richard at MHA this past fall. Real nice hockey IQ. I think he sees the game well and understands how to play at a high level. Rumors about Caden DeRussell as well coming over from Bell Tire. We'll see. Can we get them to buy in and contribute? And if that happens, Bay City could be a real tough out for some people around the state. If you didn't get enough with the podcast here, more in the write-ups on the website, linked in the description below. Complete conference standings, projections, and more players to watch on my Instagram too. So be sure to follow me over there.